Days it's competition day, right? We're gonna go to zombie. We've got a nationals today. I think you don't know how this goes. We go, we compete, we can get some points. I'll show you the journey of how it goes. Yeah. Okay, first we have my Scorpio 960 taper against a Dragoon 560E. So horror. But my Scorpio does have potential to outspin Dragoons if I give it a really good pull and I get some really destabilizing hits in early. And so that's what I do. I go for a really strong flat launch, hopefully not too strong and self-extreme, which I don't seem to do. If I get enough strong hits in like those, you can see that it looks like it's destabilizing, sorry, and slowing down and shock. But I actually get the point on that. Very rare occurrence, but when it happens, it's sweet. Next, we're going in with Phoenix Wing, 360 Rush against Wizard Rod. So I go for a strong flat launch and boom, pocket. But Judge says we've got to check it, and so it did look a bit janky, but if you check it, yep, that's a mid-air. Okay, so on the reshoot, I'm just trying to avoid the curse of winning the first point, losing the second. So hard strong launch again. It's called mid-air. We reshoot again for the third time. So now I'm getting stressed because the more likely you go up against Wizard, the less likely it is you get all of those extremes. I banked it too much, lost a lot of steam, missed two extremes from Wizard Phoenix going crazy, strong hits, but no dice. Someone's tripod falls. The game definitely should be restarted there, but it's not, and I end up losing that point. I remember being so pissed off about this whole sequence of events. I felt like I was getting shagged, guys. But you know, it happens, life and stuff. This one was a while back, so I don't fully remember the results of all these games. So I go into my old reliable buster here, kind of pissed off. I'm just going to go for a strong upwards facing launch to hopefully hit him into the pockets. Missed the first dash, and then get pocketed myself. Sigh. So then we go into the reshuffle. I'm obviously down on points, so it's make or break here. Trying to think about what to do to maximize points. And it's a mirror of the first match, the Scorp 960 taper versus Cobalt Dragoon 560 elevate. Same strat as last time, strong launch, as flat as possible without extreming, go for big hits, which Scorp's really managing to do. I really thought I was going to get extreme there, but strong hit, and this is where we hope we can just get the spin on Cobalt Dragoon, but it's a very hard one to win. We were lucky to get it the first time. Balance is restored as we start losing stamina. This is 100% something we end up losing. We'd have to be spinning much faster. Tower spin, Cobalt Dragoon here, and balance is completely restored. We expected that though. For reasons I cannot remember now, as this was ages ago, it's a reshoot, which I'm very thankful for. So my tactic is to go in flat as hard as possible for the spin, pure horror as I self-extreme myself, which can be the case with Scorpion on taper. The score here is 3-2 and really all to play for. Immediately extremed. But with how this game's been going so far, loads of reshoots, you know it's going to be checked. But I get a warning here, and last warning before he gets the second point. So last reshoot, game's over here no matter what. And yeah, it was not in the cards for me to win this game, honestly. That Dragoon was going crazy. But anyway, as you hear it, the gods are with me still. It's somehow still a relaunch. This time remembering where his Dragoon lands, I aim to land and push into it. And get the pocket. Insane luck there. But finally we move on to the next game. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Usually in Buster vs Aero games, I'm quite favourable. I usually get a burst or some kind of pocket there.
Buster went into the pocket, but that's why it's my baby. Came back out to only lose at 1 point. Losing by 1 point to the finish on Buster is the acceptable tax that any Buster player plays and takes. Takes. Wow, can't speak today. Next, I've got my Scorp, and it's up against a Phoenix wing, I believe. Opponent launched early, so he's got to get done with a warning for an early, and we're just going to reshoot.
On shoot, by the way. Blade is ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
The strat here is slightly different. You want to put some tilt on Scorp because it usually outspins another normal attacker, but is prone to getting pinged about even with the weight, so some tilt there just to help stability, and I know it'll just normally win and spin finish quite easily. By normal attack I mean like a normal Phoenix wing or Tyranno B on like a rush or kick hit. Shout out Mall of Toys, the sponsor of the channel, your one-stop shop for everything Beyblade and toys. Whether you're looking for the latest releases, the latest BX releases, CX releases, UX releases, bundles, collabs with other brands like the football Beyblade set, or any of the other sets you may have missed, Mall of Toys is your one-stop shop for you, everything Beyblade. So use the code HIFI17 at checkout because it'd be a massive help to the channel, gets you a discount, and lets them know that we want more Beyblades. It's all round winner. So enjoy the rest of the video and see you next time, Bladers.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I was wrong about what the first Blade was because this looks like a Phoenix mirror match. So I guess just better launch and harder rip. Charging up before a super extreme dash here. That does a lot to destabilize. Ooh. And it looks like the rush bit is gonna actually outspin the. I think that's a hexa bit that is on. Oh no, it was not a mirror match. That's Tyranno beat. Okay, my bad. So I was right. Phoenix before Tyranno beat there. On the reshuffle, I put my Scorp first as he's got a mostly attacking deck, so I think it's safe. Hit immediate snipe that is legal, and the points do count. So that's 2 points to me. On to the next base, and it looks like a Tyranno B Phoenix mirror match again. Strong contact. I'm destabilized badly, but it looks like I'm correcting, which is great. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be pocketed, so now here we're just hoping on spin, and I most certainly have the spin. Luckily there, I do pride myself on having kind of a strong launch, but honestly in this community, the London scene, there are some monsters. So that's me winning that game and then moving on to the next.
Ladies ready, on shoot. You guys are happy? Yep. Ladies ready, on shoot. 3, 2, 1, go, shoot.
You guys know how it is now against a rod. We want to launch as flat as the bait allows us to just try it and boom it. Because in the odd case that we do go down to spin, on a very rare occasion we can win on spin, but it's extremely hard and very unlikely. Best course of action is always to try and boom the rod.
Standing up. Yeah, pick up base. 1.2 Blizzard Rod, so Ryuga.
That's a scary bait, man. That's a scary bait.
Nice to tell you a secret. It's not the bait.
It's me.
It's the launcher, bro.
It's the player.
Ladies ready, on shoot. 3, 2, 1, go, shoot.
And that's an immediate mid-air. One of the clearest mid-airs I think I've ever seen, which just means a reshoot.
It was mid-air. Ladies ready, on shoot.
In a Phoenix mirror match, I want to give some tilt for a ping. Well, not too much of a tilt that it sacrifices stamina as in a mirror. Obviously you want to maintain, but huge hit there, and I went on spin.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Interested, right? Yeah. Alright.
Listen guys, this is where it gets stupid. This is where the game goes down. He's running this El Drago, and I swear to you, it's the most cracked blade. He was sweeping that day. With it, look, he pockets my Buster. He pockets my Buster. With an El Drago. So he's just cooked. He's cracked. And his name is Ryuga, and he wears an armband with an El Drago in it. Like, that, he's clearly got his own babe. It's unfair. It's unfair.
Ladies ready.
You already know I'm launching against Rod, Black Power. Ooh, scary, nearly self-extreming. I don't even know how I missed going out the extreme there. I'm glad I didn't, but with all the damage I'm doing, I'm definitely not outspinning this Rod. That's one of the painful things. It's always like a slow waiting for the eventual death here, but it was called a reshoot, thank God, so I get a second try at this. Stronger launch now, but with more of a tilt, and it doesn't matter. I self-extreme myself. And that's all she wrote. Ryuga is a very scary blader, able to use a non-comp blade like El Drago and make it very scary. Okay, so first round we have a mirror match Scorps, 960 tape versus 970 low rush maybe. Very aggressive, many hard hits. Oh, boomed, and who is that? Oh, that's him that gets boomed. Very hard boom, that's 3 points to me, and I'm very happy that wasn't me in that situation. Honestly, could have went either way with how recoily Scorp is. I talk about liking a Buster Arrow matchup because I have a high hit rate with bursting and arrow. Quite good with a Buster, it's my main blade. Nearly gets extreme there, but Buster does what Buster does against an arrow, and I get the burst finish. Very closely nearly got extreme though. Okay, so now we're on to the next game.
Yeah, that's cool. Go ahead, man. Yeah. Nah, that's calm, man.
And it's a Samurai Saber on level up against my Buster, 160 low rush. Miss a good extreme, got miscontact, a lot of hitting around. Ooh, and a very, I don't know, like just flowery extreme finish there. Buster doing Buster things, I'm telling you people. On to the next round, and that dreaded Elevate Dragoon plagues me again. Up against my Scorp. Go for a big launch to try and outstam and immediately get pocketed. That's what I hate about Dragoon. Crazy stamina and has the ability to boom. So annoying.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're good.
Where next we have a Phoenix against a Rod Hexa. So we're going for a strong, absolute boom mentality. It's going for a strong tilt to stop the booms. And wow, there you go, back-to-back pockets with a Dragoon and a Wizard Rod. Damn. So anyways, grabbing that dark thing from our minds, move on to the next game. We have my Buster up against a Wizard Rod. Much more favourable matchup for me. Just need a boom before Buster's dead. This is usually a 1 point trade-off for a 2 point gain. You know, you're willing to risk that 1 point spin finish on a Buster to potentially get that burst, that pocket, or that extreme. Very worth it to me. Next we have my Scorp against, I think, an either a Trying to Beat or a Phoenix on point. Still think my Scorp has it with the stamina, so I just have to play it relatively safe and should be fine on spin. Awful scrape, awful scrape. We've been massively destabilized, but Scorp just, when it comes to another attacker, seems to just stay alive. It has a very decent LAD. Next we got my Phoenix against a male. Male is very movable, so in my head, again, another strong launch, but tilted enough so where I could delay the drop and boom, hopefully doing enough. When it comes to spin, I'm actually not that confident against males. They seem to avoid spin quite long when it gets to the end. So it's coming down to a case of who ate the hits better, and the male takes it. Man, that base surprisingly good. I just never used it myself. Okay, here we have a Phoenix mirror match, rush versus point. I'm very confident in my Phoenix launches, so I go for a strong drop, and that might be the strongest drop I've ever seen. It drops and it completely blows up the other Phoenix. 2 points to me, which is great. Again, we get a Rod versus Scorp matchup. So, you know, a risky as possible launch as I can take. seeing this much tilt early on is tragic, so I already know that no matter what happens, unless I boom the rod or destabilize it myself, it's already done. This game's already lost in my eyes. Scorp is like over the point of returning to balance and just continually spins out and out of axis until it dies. Yeah. What we expect, it happens. Better than getting a 2-point loss against a rod. That's always painful. So we had a mid-air there. So we're just gonna relaunch, no one gets a warning. And there I get an early warning. Fine margins, but judges here are the best, so that's another reshoot. That's another early, but I'm not on my part this time, the opponent, so that's their warning. By this point I'm thinking, alright, you need to go max tilt, max power, get a boom. I'm going to extreme myself, and again another supersonic boom that knocks the rod all the way out the stadium. That would conclude the Swiss, and I made it into the final cut, top 8 OPE, so even at this point I've won myself some points, and I'm coming up against that dreaded Ryuga again with that scary ass El Drago.
Ladies ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's a Phoenix versus Rod matchup, so you know I'm going for an absolute boom. Just little light tippy pats right now. No hits of consequence, and what you want to see. The most perfect extreme, full round EX, boom, pocket.
Second base, please. Phoenix versus Scorpio.
Can I see the bit again? I don't remember what that is. Okay, cool.
Ladies ready.
Next we have Scorp against Phoenix. So here you want to tilt as much as possible to calm down the recoil on the Scorp, and oof, nearly lost the 2 points there, but it comes back out and it uses 1. Thought it would have won on spin, so but that's honestly the risk you run when running Scorp on something with so much movement that I've noticed anyway. Next is that scary ass El Drago against my signature Buster, and look at that. Like, I mean, what happened? It looked like it phased through the Buster. Hold on. Look at this. So as it approaches the El Drago, it just moves straight through it, rebounds, and then booms it. That's literally a signature move. That's a signature bait. But damn, getting smoked currently. So my thinking is now that it's a Rod versus Phoenix, try and recreate a very good stall into drop in into boom. I don't manage to go the full way around I want to, and in my head I'm like, alright, that's cooked. But the rod looks massively destabilized, and I look alright on spin, so I'm like, maybe there's hope. But it's Wizard Rod. Here with the Scorp again, I'm thinking strong tilt to not get boomed at all with how volatile it can be. But as it's going along the X rail, it just gets pinged, extremed, and that's all she wrote. So I made it out of the top cut, out of Swiss, into the finals, and then got knocked out the first round. And that was all.